Here is a psychology fact you are not ready for. You are currently playing a high-stakes game of chess with your emotions strapped to your forehead like a neon sign. Most people don't realize this, but your brain has been lying to you about what emotions really are, treating them as obstacles to be suppressed rather than the most valuable strategic data points you possess. While you're out here trying to prove how passionate or authentic you are, you're actually just making yourself completely predictable. And in the game of life, if you're predictable, you've already lost. Psychologists call this emotional intelligence, and once you understand it, you'll see why even the most brilliant individuals often fail to reach their potential. At top universities like Yale, there are students with genius-level IQs who will never achieve their goals because they simply cannot handle anxiety, disappointment, or overwhelm. Our society is currently stuck in a sick care cycle where we spend massive resources on treating mental illness after it occurs, rather than focusing on early emotional education, which is far more cost-effective. Only 10% of high performers report ever receiving an emotional education growing up, and only 5% learned these skills in school. Your relationships, your professional success, and even your physical health are being steered by feelings you don't even have the vocabulary to name. But here's where it gets even worse. Psychology says that any person capable of angering you becomes your master, because if you cannot control your reactions, you are giving away your power for free. Here is the painful part. Your brain chooses clumping over growth every single time. We identify as our emotions, saying, I am anxious instead of I feel anxiety, which traps us in a fixed identity and makes emotions all-consuming. When you wear your triggers on your sleeve, you are handing the world a remote control to your life. The strongest people aren't the ones who feel nothing. They are the ones who can detach and watch their emotions like a storm through a glass window, acknowledging the energy without letting it dictate their actions. And this next part explains why your life hasn't changed yet. Your mind thinks it's being rational, but you are likely a victim of incidental emotional leakage. This is a documented phenomenon where an emotion from one part of your life, like a fight at home, subconsciously poisons your judgment in a completely unrelated area, like a high-stakes business meeting. You aren't being objective. You're letting an unrelated, charged emotion skew your perception of reality. This happens because we are clumpers who use vague words like good or stressed to describe everything from jealousy to fear. Without emotional granularity, you are trying to fix a hardware problem with software tools. For example, anxiety is about uncertainty of the future, while stress is having too many demands and not enough resources. If you mislabel anxiety as fear, you may react by running away from opportunities, effectively self-sabotaging, rather than strategizing for the uncertainty. Furthermore, you are trapped in an invisible structure of culture and past experiences that forces you to see the world through a single lens, making you overreact to trifles as if they were life-threatening injustices. If that hit you, good. It means you needed it. Here is the truth you've been avoiding. Your lack of control is an internal failure, and the goal of life is to move forward by taking responsibility for your inner state. If you want to break this cycle, you must master the ruler framework, recognizing the emotion, understanding its cause, labeling it with precision, expressing it appropriately, and finally, regulating it. But how do you regulate an emotion? The first mental trick that actually works is attribution. Before you make any decision, stop and ask, is this feeling actually about this situation, or is it leftover leakage from my morning? This simple act of labeling the cause can deactivate your nervous system instantly. Second, you must build an emotion regulation budget. Your ability to stay calm isn't just a mindset, it is biological. If you are bankrupting your body through poor sleep, high sugar nutrition, and physical inactivity, you literally do not have the physiological resources to be the best version of yourself. Finally, adopt the samurai philosophy of Fudo, which is mental stability and immovability, and Mushin no Shin, or mind without mind. Stop trying to suppress your feelings. Unexpressed emotions are buried alive and return in uglier ways. Instead, remove the rigid expectations that cloud your judgment. Peace of mind equals reality minus expectations. When you let go of the need to control the external world and focus on mastering your internal state, you become unreadable, unpredictable, and ultimately untouchable.